Hi, I'm Jason, and this is the Cultural Breakdown. Whenever engaged in any type of creative industry like music, movies, TV shows, you have to have a collaboration between the different parties involved with it. But ultimately, you need one person who's actually making the calls. With a TV show like The Witcher, you have the creator of the show, Lauren Histrich, making the final say on what goes on. And when you have a pre-established franchise like this with lots of video games, books, things like that in the past, the showrunner is supposed to be expected to know the source material front to back and be able to make the final calls on what to do. But in this situation, the lead actor, Henry Cavill, who plays Geralt of Rivia, is the one who actually understood the source material and has read the books in the past and kind of grew up with this. So he had a difference of opinions on what they should do with the show. I mean, for the first season, it wasn't as bad, but you can see the kind of like the ideas of what's going on and like that Hitrist was trying to set up. And then in the second season, it was pretty obvious from Henry Cavill's point of view that things were not going good for it. And you can even kind of see that in interviews, but he was trying to like play it down. But as a result of those tensions, they decided to fire him after the third season and replace him with Liam Hemsworth moving forward. So that really wasn't sitting well with the fans of the show, because look at the ratio on the trailer that they had this brought out for season 3, and a lot of it doesn't have to do with this trailer per se. It's just the fact that they're firing someone from the show who is ultimately a fan of the franchise and a fan of the material, because he was insisting that they follow the source material, whereas the showrunner had a different idea of this. So instead of working with him, they decided to get rid of him and replace him with someone else. And personally, I don't have a problem with Liam Hemsworth, or at least I haven't seen him do anything that really upsets me. But he is kind of jumping on board with this, and has kind of a tall order to fill, trying to portray the character that already had perfect casting. But because of this, they're trying to paint Henry Cavill as like toxic on set and things like that, to try to like justify their firing. But it really isn't working now in light of this new thing from Bounding into Comics. After a smear campaign attempted to paint former star as toxic, Netflix The Witcher cast praised Henry Cavill as very supportive and funny, good-natured professional. So yeah, this really does contradict what they're saying. I mean, yeah, is it true that he was maybe bad before? It's possible, but when you have rumors saying from anonymous people, and then you have actual people coming forward and saying like, no, this is the truth, I tend to believe the people who are actually putting their face out there versus people who are hiding behind anonymity. I mean, it's also possible that those are just complete lies, because it's like, oh yeah, it's just rumors. It's like, yeah, you can say according to a rumor anything. I mean, who's going to sue anything? Who's going to sue anyone for that? I mean, unless you actually prove that you know that it was a lie or that you made it up. I mean, you could just report rumors and whatever, but that's probably what's going on with that. They just wanted to justify getting rid of him because he was the fan of the material, and they don't want to have a fan of the material because Lauren Histrich doesn't want to support the material. She wants to push her own goals. And a lot of creatives like that out there do that. They just jump on pre-existing franchises, because those have their own built-in audiences, so they can insert their own messaging into it or their own story and then go with that, because they can't create something original because that takes too much thought. Not to mention, those don't have like the same type of attention grabbing effect as if you had something that was already popular. So that's pretty much what's going on now, or at least that's what I think is going on. They didn't like the fact that Henry Cavill was supportive of the original material and supportive of the fans, because you don't want to support the fans. That's the worst thing you can do in Hollywood these days. So yeah, it just get rid of him instead. And this is just blown up in their face, because obviously the fans are behind him and even the cast is behind him now. So I don't know what they're going to do. Is season 4 going to be their last one? Maybe. I haven't heard anything else after that, if it's been renewed for 5 or not. I mean, it could be, but it doesn't seem like it's a good idea. And it seems like the third season is probably going to be terrible. But let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think the third season is going to... Are they going to cancel a 4th season, or are they going to continue on that and end it there? Or are they going to keep going? Let me know what you think. And if you like the video, click the like button, share the video out there, and subscribe to the channel if you want to stay up to date with the latest news. Thank you.